What's going on? It's your boy Chris Howard. We are back with Off the Clock podcast. Today's the first edition of the Young Entrepreneurs. We got something different going on here today. We have some great young spirits, some great young entrepreneurs that we're going to tap into and kind of get what they do, their journey, how they came about, so on and so on. All right. So first, can you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit about your business? And we're going to start over here.
Okay. Hi, my name's Naje Welding, and my brand is called It's Narts. So I'm very much of like a multi-video faceted artist. So I do digital art, I do oil paints, I do tattoos, draw, do painting on clothes, do graphic design on clothes. I do a little bit of everything, to be honest. So I think I started getting real like serious into it once I went to college and really like tapped in more with my art so that way people can kind of like get to see that side of being who I am.
All right. My name is Mychal Conley Jr. aka Realistic CEO. So what happened? My high school business teacher told me it was unrealistic for me to become a CEO during my high school business project. So I ended up defending my dream and telling her it was realistic. Ended up becoming a CEO for that project. Me and my dad was able to turn that negative experience into a positive by co-writing a children's book called I Am a CEO, Realistic CEO. And in the past year of us first starting, we were able to distribute 5,000 copies of the book inside the schools, mainly through having community reinvestment partners that allowed us to be able to go into these schools and speak. The big goal is to do 500,000 in the next 5 years. This year, we wanted you to do 25,000. And we were able to create a nonprofit called Realistic Lemonade to help us spread our mission of helping kids realize that their dreams come true, but not only that their dreams come true, but also teach them about the C-suite because there's a super important skills set that people need to learn. And from there, we're also able to start the Realistic CEO podcast, where I've been able to interview over 78 CEOs, business leaders, and community leaders in the past year. And from that, we were able to also release the Realistic CEO podcast magazine, where we're able to connect current leaders with the future leaders as well.
Hi, my name is Lamere Birdie. My brand name is Focus Yours Coffee, and basically what I do is I sell full bean coffee. Building coming soon. It's like a long process, but anyway, basically what I do is I sell coffee bit close. I sell coffee for people with ADHD to help them focus and give an alternative for medicine, because Adderall and all that stuff, it gives the side effects is like not pleasant at all. By experience, I don't like it, and I just want to give out basically an alternative method to helping people with ADHD, because people might think that, oh, it's a negative. I don't see it as a negative. I grew up with it, and I know for a fact I can use it as a positive rather than a negative, although there is side effects to it.
Very nice.
Hi, my name is Autumn, and I do lemonade with my mom. We've been doing this for 3 years, and I do with my friends also. It's a good business, and it helps people. That's who we are.
Nice, nice. All right, man. First of all, congratulations to you all for taking that step into your own journey and making something happen for yourself outside of, working a 9 to 5. And this is why I did this podcast, because in the society that we're in, not only a 9 to 5 by itself can take care of all your basic needs. So you have to create something for yourself outside of that. And you also have to live your dream. And I applaud you guys for all of that right now. All right. Um, I'm gonna ask Mychal, what inspired you to start your business at such a young age?
So for me, I've always known that I was going to be a CEO. It was a matter of time. And I was able to be fortunate enough to have the opportunity happen to me when I was 17. So my business teacher told me it's unrealistic when I was 17. And by 18, I was able to start Realistic CEO, my media company. And now at 19, I was able to start in my nonprofit called Realistic Lemonade. So it's been a great 2 years. Well, it's really been a year. Yeah, somebody said a year, really going.
You're going wild. I'm watching you on social media, man. Woof, man, you're going wild. You're going crazy, and you're doing the right thing. Let me ask you this: if that thing didn't happen, if that teacher didn't say that to you in class, do you think you would have started that business that soon, or was that like the
Yeah, so the funny thing about this is I remember earlier in my high school, like my senior year, I was talking to my dad. I was like, I don't really know what I want to do. Like, I know what I want to do, like I don't know what I want to do right now in this moment.
Yeah.
And then a couple months later, that's when my teacher told me it's unrealistic. So then I would need to get my opportunity. And lucky enough, my dad, he was able to help me and realize how I was able to capture that movement. Because at the time when she told me, I didn't think of anything of it. I thought it was more of just somebody that can't see my vision, because a lot of times where people can't see your vision
Absolutely.
and then they say things. So that's what I took it as. But my dad was like, no, what happened to you right there, that is really can help a lot of people. So then I really started honing in on how I can help people. And then he came up with the idea of like, well, maybe you should write a book to see. And I was like, then he asked me, why would I want to write a book? Could I agree to it? And he said, then I said, because I want to be able to help people, because I know my story
Mm.
will be able to help a lot of people, because I'm not the first person where somebody's been inside the classroom where they're sharing their dream with their teacher and then the teacher shuts it down.
Right.
I won't be the last. So I wanted my story to be something where people that already experienced that before me can like, yeah, I want to help this kid spread the message, because I know how that feels. And
Absolutely.
I also want it to be so that the kids that are going to go through that, they know that the limits that other people have of their vision, don't let that happen to them.
Yeah.
You know?
I love that you got a story behind it. You know, that's the real meat and potatoes of building a business. It has to be a drive. It has to be a why. And I can see your why is, you know, simply that. It sparks something in you. You have great backup support, and you're on your way. You're on your mission. You know, you're not on your way. You're on your mission. Absolutely. Do you guys have any questions for him?
Not at the moment.
Not at the moment. Any one of you guys want to like ask for any advice or anything? Feel free to chime in. This is a comfortable podcast, and we just having a great conversation and tapping into what everyone else is doing. All right. Um, how did you come up with your idea, and what made you believe it could work?
Oh, actually, it wasn't really my idea.
Hold your mic up just a little bit.
It was my mom's idea, and then I like started realizing that it could give me some more fly. So I started taking it more seriously, and then my family helped me, and it was all me and my cousins, and we did go with it
Nice. What's your ultimate goal with it? Like, what do you see yourself?
to make a lot of money.
I hear you. That's what we're here for. So make a lot of money. Absolutely. You can answer that same question. Absolutely. Yeah. How did you come up with your idea, and what made you believe it could work?
Honestly, I kept getting in trouble at school.
Uh,
Honestly, that's the reason why.
okay.
But the reason why I was thinking, because I think I got in trouble at home because I went to the store when I wasn't supposed to, and I got in trouble for like a long time. So my mom, she told me to get a book or get a notebook and write down, just write, because I was bored. Like I didn't have nothing to do, just write.
Yeah.
So I was writing. I was like, I don't think I told my mom this, what she knows, but I wrote down. I was like, why am I like this? Like, why is it this me? Why am I doing this? What's going on with me? And I like realized like that I cannot be the only one thinking this way.
Yeah.
So like all my life, I just wanted to basically find something that would help me. And then my mom, she came in, she was talking about, here, give me some coffee, or to get this coffee or whatever. She said at Starbucks. And I was like, why wouldn't that make me? And she was like, no, there's this one guy at Starbucks, working at Starbucks, and he told her, like, oh no, coffee actually is like calms me down. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I would say about last summer, I was trying to like start something, like start a business, because I see all these young entrepreneurs, these people like building businesses, and I was like, I know I'm young, but I want to start something. Like I need to start something, because to be honest with you, I got jealous how their lifestyle was, and I was always thinking like, man, I feel like this coffee business can like get me somewhere. So I started just doing research, and I realized that 11% of people in America alone, they're growing, and people with ADHD. So I'm like, oh, this field is actually like something. So just put coffee and people who actually have ADHD together. That's a big business right there.
Yeah.
So
Big
I'm like,
business. Yep.
yeah. So just got to keep going.
Absolutely. I don't want to say your name wrong. I got it wrong the first time.
You can go by Naja.
Naja.
Yeah.
Naja. Okay, Naja. What's the biggest challenge you face getting started? if there was a challenge?
I think for me the challenge was more so believing that art is all around us. Like I've been, I don't want to say it. I've been faced with art like since I was young. So like art has always been in my life, but getting older and like having my dad seeing like the potential in me with just being really a creative person, um it's really just like the outsiders more so, like, just that's, like, the biggest challenge when it comes to, like, sometimes people not believing in your work or seeing that, art can be a passion, art can be something that you can take in a career field, so, like, it's not only just the realistic 9 to 5s or, the norms that, society or America has for us, so I would say, like, just trying to believe in myself, at least when I was younger, and also just, like, knowing that I can get somewhere with this and, like, tapping into different fields of art. I don't gotta be subjected to just one thing, you know what I mean? I don't like being fit into a box. I like to expand and everywhere I can, so I would say that for real.
Where do you see Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
So I see a lot of graphic stuff on like TikTok and stuff like that. So what makes you different from other people?
Well, I mean, I don't just do graphic. I mean, graphic is like a little bit of it, you know what I mean? I do tattoos. My real niche is really tattoos and oil painting. So for me, all I can say is I'm just a girl who likes to create, and I think that speaks for itself. And the people that see it and believe it, that's all I really need to like know, you know what I mean? I don't really have to, or I mean, I wouldn't want to like try to prove it besides just being myself. So
So you would say what makes you different is that you do a lot of different things that contain art.
yeah.
How do you handle moments when you feel like giving up?
I got that one. So for me, I've honestly, there's been like so much days where I feel like giving up. Like especially as somebody that I started when I was 18 and like I didn't start working with like the average person. I started straight with the upper level executives. So for me, I feel like an imposter almost anytime I'm going into these networking events or even when I'm on this podcast, even though I've did 70 plus episodes so far, I still feel like an imposter every day because honestly, I really don't even feel like I'm good enough most days, but when I'm going into these schools and I'm speaking to these kids and I'm telling them to go after their dreams and that it's possible and start today, that's like the main fuel and the reason why I'm still going. Because if it wasn't for me being able to give back to my community and being able to help the next generation and then see the impact that I'm making, I would have quit probably last year already. My dad would have been pissed. He'd be like, "Oh, why did you quit? Why?" But honestly, like it's like I didn't realize how much work it actually takes to really be in business. Like I seen it, but I didn't really understand it until I started. And not I respect the business owners a lot more now that when I'm speaking to these people because I'm realizing that's a whole nother level that you really have to be at to really become
Yeah,
successful.
it's like you have to when you choose to play basketball, you can't just go to the park once a week and think you're gonna go to the NBA. You gotta put in that work every day. You gotta practice every day. You have to learn new things every day. You gotta be open to, listening to your coaches, your mentors, and everything. So it's great that you have that mentor right in the household with you. How important is it for all of you guys to have a parent that supports you?
Uh, well, my mom, she's running a business and she did it with not including me 3 kids. So it's like she already had stuff that's going on for her.
Mic up a little bit.
She already has like, I don't really, I have no clue what she got going, but I know she had stuff going on in her life.
Yeah.
So it's like my mom did it, so I don't want to do it. I gotta get into the field. So sometimes like that, I just like again like she could have gave up. So why would I give up if I'm although I do have school and I'm only a kid, I don't really have much going on. I'm in a good loving family. Um, although I bother the devil every day. Sometimes I lose, sometimes I win. So it's just really just keep pushing, keep your head up, and just keep going. Cause I am a child. I'm still growing. Um, and that's just what the business field is. Just keep going. Just growth, momentum. Just don't stop moving. Just keep going.
Absolutely. Autumn?
So sometimes like I feel like giving up because like I feel like I'm not good enough, but like my mom, she always cheers me up and makes sure that like I feel like I could do it and that there's people around me who are supporting me.
Nice.
I think for me, having the dad that I have is like he's always reminding me to keep my crown held up high, keep my head up held high, and like just reminding me and finding different ways to just create, just posting, even if you don't have a million likes or like, I know that sometimes that can be a big thing nowadays in like social media, like, oh, you don't have this many likes, like it's not even nothing, but it is still something, you know what I mean? Like the people that see it, that's recognition regardless of the fact. So just having a backbone like that, it really means a lot. Seeing what he does, tapping into different things of just like used to have a store, being a part of just different fields and aspects like it's inspiring. So like it makes me know that, if someone else can do it, I can do it too. Like, someone gotta do it. So might as well be me, you know what I mean? Like change, break that cycle.
Yeah.
So
What do you think would be different if you didn't have a parent that was involved?
not gonna lie, I think it'll be a little harder just because like, some people don't think uh doing art is realistic, you know what I mean? Like you have those people that are more of like the realistic people and like, oh, you need a 9 to 5, you need a real job, you need to be like in some type of field that doesn't contain creativity. But it's like I feel like for me, I'm one of those that, I always try to like find different ways to just create, even if it's not, selling and giving away different things to people, but just like creating something that I love. Like it's always been in my life and it's one of like the loudest ways I express myself and like show people who I am. So for me, just taking those breathers, reminding myself, watching, those inspirational people that like say quotes and like just tell you like you got this. Like, what I mean, everything is a process. Nothing is easy. Nothing is just overnight. Nothing is like earned. Like you got to work for that. So
Absolutely.
that's that.
Absolutely. For what's your name?
Mychal.
Michael?
Yeah.
When you said you felt like an imposter, what do you mean by that?
So what I mean by imposter is that I felt like I wasn't good enough to go be in the rooms that I was in. I felt like the people that were there, I felt like they were better than me at times. But in this past year, I realized that they're not. They're just more experienced. That's what I realized. I thought that when I'm going into these networking events and I'm seeing all these people that run successful businesses that they've been in business for 20 plus years. And most of the time I was in business for less than a year talking to all these people. So I felt like I had no value being in these rooms. But then I realized that being in business that you have to come up and be act even if like a lot of times I didn't feel like I was confident, but I still went up there and act like I was confident,
Yeah.
and it helped me with business relationships. So my advice for all of you is that even if you don't feel confident, make sure that you're going there like you're confident. Because I promise you, a lot of the stuff that you have in your head, a lot of the doubt that you have is just a mental barrier. I'm still working on that every day, like making sure that I'm getting through those mental barriers. But when I said I feel like imposter, I just feel like I didn't belong. But the only way to really break that is by going to these events where you feel uncomfortable and really going there to network and learn from these people.
Cause talk on mental barrier. I feel like for me it's different. Like I still kind of like I feel like an imposter, yeah, but it's like we do it differently. Cause I'm still going to school, so I have to post on Tik. I don't have to, but I post on TikTok like majority of the day. And for these people just finding my account, it's always like something, just something little that is just in my brain. I always overthink about.
Yeah.
Like somebody either finds my account and they say, "Hey, focus students," and they say my name. It's like I don't know if they making fun of me or what. And it's like always it's always like a dang. I couldn't like some people actually don't find this like normal. They really think that it's just getting a 9 to 5 is the normal thing, which is fine. Like I'm not saying a 9 to 5 is bad, but it's just like something I don't want to do. It's just like nothing I want to do. So it's like I always feel kind of left out, especially when they like in class they sometimes play one of my videos out loud. It's like really what's the like
Well, especially in school, right? I mean, I didn't grow up in an era where we had social media in school, but I can imagine what you guys go through with having to post something that you're passionate about and wanting to do something, and you post it on your social media, and then someone makes a mock of it in school or whatever have you. That is the same exact form of bullying. When someone's not doing something themselves, they have to make fun of someone else to make themselves feel better. So you guys have to understand that, and you're doing something, right? And they're not. So only thing they can do is make fun of you or try to get someone to laugh or talk about you so they can feel better about themselves because they're not living in their passion. They don't have the courage to do what you're doing. So this road is not gonna be fun peaches and cream. It's gonna be tough. You're gonna deal with different layers of emotions, different blockage of people wanting to block you from doing what you have to do, but you have to stay grounded and focused and just realize this is not for you. This is for me. This I'm doing this for me. And if it makes you feel good, unfortunately, you're gonna have to kind of work through and get over, those things with people making fun of you. Because trust me, all the people that was goofy and funny and trying to make people laugh at you in high school, watch when you see them after high school. It's it's not gonna you're gonna look back like, man, I remember you. You was that guy, but what happened to you? And as you're walking and doing your business and living in your truth, and now they might come to you and say, hey, can you help me with a job? Trust me, it can happen. So just stay grounded, stay focused, and live in your passion, and just know that those things are gonna come, and there's gonna be bigger things that's gonna happen as well. There's gonna be bigger things that's gonna attack your mental, that's gonna attack your energy all around. But that's the point where it's gonna make you or break you. And if you keep going, it'll fade away.
On top of just like finding different things to give yourself that space. So when you do have like, or when we all have those mental barriers and like just those people that get in our heads, it's like finding those times or like doing different things that's outside of like your passion to like get your head out of it, to like just how you said, be grounded. So I definitely agree. It's not easy. It's easier said than done, but like I think we're all human, you know what I mean? We all have feelings and emotions. We all battle with something. So it's just still walking through it, still keep going. You know what you do, you know your truth. So that's all that matters.
And everyone's different. No one is the same. God made every single person different. Nobody has the same handprint. So people are going to be different. You're different in your way, but then you just have to find your group, your community, and the people that you vibe with. And, people live off different frequencies, and they're not on your level. Levels are frequencies, and you just have to find that community of people who are on your frequency or on your level. I have friends right now that I grew up with talking about me because I'm talking about business, because I'm doing this type of podcast and I'm not doing a different type of podcast. But I've been through so much, you have to go through all of these layers of fire and just say, hey, it's not for you. You might not be on that frequency for me, frequency with me, but this is the frequency I'm on. This is where I want to go. Self-awareness is so crucial. So absolutely. You guys have any questions for me?
Not right now.
Not right now. You say I'm thinking.
How long have you done your podcast for?
Um, this podcast I've been doing for about a couple months.
Okay.
I shoot podcasts for other people as well, and I've tried different types of podcasts as well.
What made you get into podcast?
Um, what made me get
What was
into
the idea? What made you get into your brand? What was the idea for you?
I think it was just like connecting with people. So I used to rap, I used to do music, and I used to be kind of like,
One, two.
I mean, I used to say I was in front of the camera, but I'm still in front of the camera, but it's just a different element. It's like I'm getting to know people, and people are not just listening to my music, or I'm actually having like real connection with people, like and for me, it's just I was always interested in people. Like I was always like, what do you call, alert and like wondering, like,
Observer?
yeah, observing and saying like, why does this person do this? I never judge anybody, but that's cool. I wonder how he got into that. Or like you said, you see other people doing things and you got jealous. You didn't get jealous, you got inspired. It's something sparked in you that wanted you to like, oh, he's doing that. But it's not jealousy, it's really inspiration, and that's why you end up doing what you do. So, and I'm one of those people too. If I see something and I like what a person is doing, I know I was always observing and knowing that I'm not jealous, I'm inspired. And just because you're doing it doesn't mean I can't do it. So I want to do it too, and give my story and connect with my people and build my community.
So is podcast your brand, or what's your main brand?
My main brand is Howard Ventures. So Howard Ventures is the umbrella company, and podcasting is kind of one area of that. So I have a vision board. So just imagine my brain is a vision board, and Howard Ventures is my brand. I want to do podcasting. I want to do movies. I want to get into real estate. I want to own restaurants. So then it's all different branches under that one umbrella. And podcasting is kind of the bed of rice that can connect everything.
So it's not like its own thing. It's different things. Like,
Well, the podcast is its own thing. Yeah, the podcast is Off the Clock Podcast, but it's under Howard Ventures, right?
You talk about different things or different people, right?
For the most part, but I'm mostly talking about business,
Business.
and business and entrepreneurship because that's what I've been doing all my life. And when I grew up, I knew the word wasn't entrepreneur; it was hustle,
Right.
right? But hustling was associated with drugs. So I didn't. Even when people was like, I was passing out my CDs or selling my CDs, people were like, "Oh, you hustling?" I didn't like the way that felt because I'm not selling drugs. I'm selling you a product. And I'm selling you my business, but the word entrepreneur wasn't around when we were young. So, what was your question again? I feel like
No, you're answering that honestly. I said just like, what was the idea for you to even get into everything that you said? So,
Yeah.
no, yeah, you.
Yeah. So I was saying that to say I always been an entrepreneur and the word wasn't around and I didn't know I was an entrepreneur. I thought I was just a hustler. So when the word entrepreneur started coming around, I'm like, that's what I feel like more of. I feel like I'm an entrepreneur. I feel like I'm a business owner. I feel like I'm into business. I'm not just a hustler.
Right.
No, I mean, I can't, I got to give you the real, it's authentic. And where I come from, it wasn't, it was real. It was real. And I'm in a space where I came from a hard area. And even now, there's certain people I talk with, they like, you talk very proper. And I'm like, I'm working on that, but I come from, a different language and a different, way, but I'm growing as well. That's why I love connecting with people because I'm not only here to teach y'all, I'm actually a student as well. I'm learning from you guys as well. Like, I can learn something from a billionaire and I can learn something from a bum.
Right. I
That's,
think experience is endless. So,
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right. Has being young helped you or made things harder in business?
I would say it made things. I'd say easier and harder because for how I made it easier, it would be easier for people like to connect with adults more rather than adults connecting more with other adults. For example, how I met you,
Yeah.
because I'm a child. I made you. Oh wow, he's doing this at a young age.
Yeah.
So it was like if I was an adult, right, it would be like, oh, he's doing his own thing. It would be harder to get an adult to support you rather than me being a child for me. Now, however, for me being a child, it would help me harder for me to do or start up my business or do other things in my business because I'm a child. So most people probably would see me as immature or just young, just starting off.
Yeah.
Okay. And just get my license. I have to get $100 or $500 in Massachusetts just to get my license.
Yeah.
I'm a kid. Hey, I don't have $500 in my pocket.
Absolutely.
I have to do other things to get that $500.
Right.
My mom, she's starting her own business. She's not gonna do everything for me.
Yeah.
She's not gonna do it for me. So
Yeah.
I have to do it myself. But it would be easier to get supporters for me. So I could, when I start up, I already had people waiting for me to sell them to or to pitch other ideas to.
Absolutely.
Find other people.
So you're saying you think it's easier that you're a young adult?
I would say, yeah, I would say it's easier.
Yeah.
Yeah. But there's just this different side to the curtain. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? There's just different pros and cons to being a child, just like how there's a pro and con to being an adult.
Absolutely. That's a great answer. Anyone else?
It's definitely been easier. Like I would definitely say, especially like the route that I'm taking and what I'm doing, it's been super easy for me. Like because I'm a child, because I'm young. I'm not saying that it's super easy because I'm young and like
Right. It's just easier.
yeah, it's easier because being able to go back into into these schools and connect with the kids, the businesses really love that because
Yeah.
not only am I going to cities where the kids look like me, I'm also similar in age.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to work with you. And even when we're doing like when I'm getting guests on a podcast, like this is a young 18-year-old. Most of my podcasts are like, oh, I would definitely love to come on his podcast and teach him about business. But also, my favorite part about the podcast is that not only am I learning about from it, but I'm also having a platform where others can learn from the people that I have on.
Right.
And then with the magazine, they're like, wow, I would love to do business with you because you're young and you're going after your dreams, and you're not only are you going after your dreams, but you're also helping other people go after their dreams as well.
Absolutely. And I read your Realistic CEO book
Thank
and the magazine. Me and my son read it together. Amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. Like, it's one of those things, like, why isn't everyone reading this? Like, it's like I think I said it's like the Bible of entrepreneurship, man. Like, it's you gotta read one scripture and then go get another script from a different area and put it together. And like, oh my God, it makes sense. Like, man, it's those books you guys got are amazing, and I hope we get 1 million viewers off this and they hear this and they go purchase your book, because everyone definitely should read that book. You guys put those books together. Yeah, absolutely.
Where can we get these books at?
So on my website at www.realisticCEO, you can get your copy of the Realistic CEO book, but also you can get the copy of the Realistic CEO podcast magazine as well. So
The podcast magazine. That messed me up. You made me feel like this. I was like, he got a podcast magazine where you could read about the podcast and then you could scan the QR code to go watch the podcast. That was like a different level. Different level. Absolutely.
That's what I was saying. Like, it's easier because not like what he said. Not it's not easier, but it's more.
Man, you so cool, bro. He was up like this at Friday night. He like, and it's it. No, man, look, stay in your element. Stay true to yourself. I love it, man. Do you have any mentors, family or friends, supporters on your journey besides your parents?
You said besides family or?
Yeah, besides your family, besides your parents.
Okay. I would say friends, most definitely. Even like teachers from like my high school and also my college as well. People that like know about art, even people that don't know about art, but like are still open minded to the fact of like, whoa, like this is really cool. Like as heck, like I love this for you. Like keep doing that. Like it's really just the small things for real. And even people that you don't even know, like social media, like when you post your stuff out, like you even have strangers, or I even have strangers for say like, telling me like you're talented, like keep going, like, keep shining for real, keep being you. Like even those small like, commentaries, like it's very helpful for my end, because it's just like I like that. I like when people can notice that.
What separates you guys from other young teens who, as parents, we want to see our kids, do things and live in their passion, and, what separates, like, what made you? Because a lot of kids don't listen to their parents, right? Not for it's like a rebellious. It's just like, dad, mom, you don't know what you're talking about. Like, I can't do this. Like, what separates you guys from actually listening and actually taking action and going towards your goal or your dream?
Because my mom's she always just like school, 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 school.
Yeah.
And it's always just a thought like, do I want to actually do it? Do I want to So it's just a thought. I feel like there's some things, some morals that she has that aren't really a part of my morals, or it's not contradict, but just isn't the same but close to. So it's like she always spits out ideas, and of course I think, and I'm like, is this what's best for me? Is this the right way to do things? And most of the time she's right. Yeah, she. Most of the time.
Yeah.
It's just like that few 1% is like, I don't really think this is, but it
Yeah.
makes focus fuels, focus fuels. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely. Autumn.
If my mom didn't give me the idea, I don't think I would be here right now.
Yeah. Well, what would you think you would be doing?
Probably playing basketball.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Playing basketball as far as like wanting to be in the WNBA, college, things of that sort.
Probably wanting to go to the WNBA.
Yeah.
That's right.
And why aren't you pursuing that?
Because I feel like basketball could wait, because this business is what really matters right now.
Okay. You think you can do both?
Yeah, I do right now.
You do right now. So you kind of built. Oh, you are doing both. Oh, you mean you wouldn't want to be on this podcast? You want to be at the park right now?
No, I want to be here.
Oh, okay, okay.
Come on, don't play with her like that. She's here.
Just trying to get her understanding. You're like, I want.
So do you think that, let's say it came down, like somebody asked you a question, would you choose business or basketball over business?
That's a good question.
I've been doing
So I'm holding the mic up just a
I've
little.
been doing basketball longer than this, but I think I'll choose this.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
I mean, I feel like, why do we have to choose? You know what I mean? Like, we don't have to fit ourselves in one box. No, I know it's a question, but I'm just saying, like, like, I get it, business, yeah, for sure, but basketball can always still be there, even if it's not like WNBA, you know what I
One
mean?
of those things that last
So,
forever.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely.
I w-
I don't know,
so I
just
want to add on to the basketball part. So I grew up playing basketball a lot. My That was my coach. So for like honestly with basketball, like the reason why I'm able to like pick up on business a lot faster than I would say like the average kid my age is really because I took a lot of the leadership skills and a lot of the teamwork skills that I've learned from basketball and I just implemented to business.
Mm.
It's really similar. And a lot of the people that I've into, ironically, a lot of them were play sports. So a lot of them were able to take those all the skills that you need to be a successful team in basketball. It's the same exact skill that you need to do in business. You just got to learn how to implement it into whatever business that you want to
I'm
do.
gonna put you on the spot. Give me one skill that comes from basketball, that you can implement into business.
So the biggest one that I've noticed was I like clutch and like clutch moments. So I'm gonna put it out there. Like me, I that was like my thing. I only love playing in clutch moments. So in business, I translate that to when I'm doing stuff like this, or I'm speaking, and like something might not go right.
Yeah.
I'm able to figure it out and just switch. Like sometimes there might be a time where I have a point, and I'm speaking with an audience, it doesn't resonate with them, but I'm able to like, okay, I know what kind of audience I have. I know how to translate and switch to make it to the point where the audience understands.
Mhm.
But when it comes like the actual technical business side, the biggest thing that I feel like I've been able to learn from basketball and take it into business is being able to communicate, because being able to communicate on the court helps your teammates grow, but being able to communicate in business is helps you understand the people that are working for you, the people that you're working with, and also the clientele that you need to make sure that your business can become successful.
Yeah.
I feel like for me,
no, you
I feel like for me, for sports, I would say energy.
Mm.
Cause like what I post on my on Instagram is, I wouldn't say different, but
Helps just a little bit.
I wouldn't say different. I would say it's more what kids these days watch on like TikTok and stuff. So like make sure my energy is known, like just like in the basketball field or football
Yeah.
or track or whatever.
Yeah.
Like in football, I'm hyping up the crowd whenever I get out.
Okay, I can see that.
Basketball,
Watching your Instagram, I could see that. Yeah.
so it's like for me, I would say just giving out energy and just making sure that my charisma is just there. Because I know that for a fact, if we want to talk business, I can talk to you for hours, or I could talk to you for hours.
Yeah.
Like that's just the person I am. I could talk to about anything for hours.
Yeah.
So it's like energy is a really big thing, especially in basketball. For you, you definitely take your energy in a basketball court or like in any basketball field and put that into your business, and I promise you that it will work for you.
You got an answer for that, Autumn? Like, what would you take from basketball that you implement into business?
It's really me versus me because I have no one else to go against.
Oh, we need to type that up.
that's right.
She was holding on for that one. Yeah. Yeah, and I like the way you said that you like playing clutch, because I can see that with you. Like, if I'm asking a question or someone's asking a question or you need to do something, I can see you like making the shot when the shot needs to be made. Yeah, like, the coach is like, no, we're not gonna give nobody the ball. We need to give him the ball because we got to win the game. Absolutely.
Unrelated, you was nice.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
What team you play for?
I mean, honestly, I'm gonna talk a little bit about this, but for me, I love basketball. I didn't care about going to the NBA or none of that. My goal was to just score 1,000 points. But I quit. I quit on that dream in like 8th grade during COVID. I don't know what happened. I just fell out of love with basketball,
Mm.
and that part, it's kind of still hard for me to talk about. Like really how I feel, because I really just shut out. I'll probably say all of high school, I really didn't like go or like pay attention to those emotions. I didn't really
Mm.
understand. But now with this starting my business, I realized that feeling that I have of me quitting basketball, I hated it. Like it ate me every single day. So with this business, that's like another reason why I'm not quitting, because I quit on basketball before my journey was even over.
Yeah.
So I don't want to quit in this business before it's done.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys got some good foundation. to for where you guys are going with your businesses or anything. Do you think so? Like your passion changed. I want everybody to answer this. Do you think your passion is going to change again, or you think you're in your element now?
I think I'm in my element. I think this is what I want to do because I thought for college, right? I don't know if cause school has never been for me. I hated school. I cannot stand that. I have friends in the same class with me, and they telling me not to talk to them. Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, why? That's just not it. For college, yeah, it's different. But I don't know. I don't know. So it's like, let's say, when this succeeds, might not even need college. I might just go for business. Now, will I go to college? Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the future. It's definitely a good thing for me.
You ever, are you, you're still in high school?
Yeah.
Are you going to go to college?
Or not.
No. I suggest, I mean, I would say if you know you're gonna be in business, so college is scary to a lot of kids because they don't know what they want to do, right? But you know what you want to do, and business is gonna be a big part of your life. So I would start there, and say, okay, I'm gonna start going to college and taking business courses, and you'll get so much gain from that on top of what you already know, because it's a lot of things to business that we think we know just by natural, but when you go to college and you take business courses, you're going to really dig in and really get to understand like, oh, wow. So you need that back knowledge to get that, to the next level and the next step. Cause you don't want to wait too long and you're like 30 or 40 years old, like, oh, I think I need to go back to college because I feel like I'm at the cap of where I can learn. I think I felt like I learned much as I can learn without the extra education. So if you know you're going to be into business, I say start looking into some business courses in college.
I was just gonna say I agree. For someone that just graduated college, like walking into college, I didn't even know what I wanted to do. Like college was kind of like I want to say enforced, but just like like you should go to college. So I was just like, okay, I'll take the idea. But walking in there, I kid you not, talking to my dad and talking to my mom, I did not know. I thought communication major was the answer. Like I was really just trying to dibble and dabble in any electives I could take. So coming down to it, I realized that art is always going to be in my life. And so why not put that staple going to college and like being a part of events that I can sell my work and I can learn even more different skills like clay making, oil painting, graphic design, digital art, like you really name it. So like don't don't be discouraged or don't not think that college might not be the way. Like college might just open your eyes even more to what the possibilities are for your business because I feel like that's what it did for me. I feel like before if you ask me like who I am today when I was younger, like I would have been mind blown just because like the little girl that I was before and trying to figure my way and trying to make choices for myself, like it's a very proud moment just because of the fact that I can stand on where I'm at and be confident into that. So
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up as far as like you never know who you meet in college. For me, once again, from so college now, what you saying that and what I said, you can use it for marketing and education, right? So when I said I used to do music and I used to rap, like I got into the business a part of, okay, how can I get my music to a bunch of people? And I hated school as well, like you. And then I sat down one day, it's just well, I'm glad you brought that up. And I was like, man, I wish I went to college. I could have sold my CD to so many people, you know what I mean? But it was just a marketing and marketing standpoint. And then I'm like, people go to college and then you meet people from different areas of the world. People can be from California, New York, France. It's like college is a big communication hub and a big education hub
I
if
agree.
you look at it the proper way.
So sometimes in like middle school, even now, I would do the work and then I would do it so quickly, and the teacher was like, "Yo, you're done already," and I would just be playing like a game on my Chromebook or like playing like doing something, talking to somebody that's not even done with the work because I'm already done. I already solved the problem. Like, why do I need to sit down and wait for everybody else to finish when I'm already done? And that's not my problem. They didn't do it. Yeah.
I also agree with like the idea of separation because I feel like it's more of like even breaking a cycle, you know what I mean? Breaking those like generational curses and things of that sort. So like when your mind starts to expand, even like think of that, like, you're doing something bigger than maybe what others in your family couldn't have done. You know what I mean? Like, it's very much of a proud moment. So,
So I get it out of that too. And it just
it makes you appreciate your family. So it's 'cause so my mom didn't go to college. Circumstance happened than me to have to leave. Out of that, when she left, she didn't get pregnant with me, and all she ever wanted was to go to college. That was her dream. So as a kid, I made myself a promise, even if I don't want to go, I'm gonna go for her. So when I graduated, and I did 2 years, and then I gave it I said, this ain't my degree, this is yours. So sometimes you gotta understand the backs that you want, and you have like I told you this, Chris, and I tell Mike this, the work that I do right now is not for him. It is not for his kids. He's supposed to take care of his kids. The work that I do is for my great grandchildren, not the children that come from him or my other son. Their kids. So I work for I call it Caleb. That's my avatar. So I'm working for that. So that especially if you have a family that no one graduated from college or no one went to that trade school, level off. So every generation got to go another level.
Right.
Got separate.
You set that standard, you know what I mean? So
What's your one business question that you feel like you need to go to that next level? Autumn. We're gonna start with Autumn.
I don't really know at the top of my head.
Okay. No problem.
Can you spin over there real quick?
Yeah, we can spin.
Yeah.
We can
You want to
spin.
go first? Okay.
So for me,
Oh, you can't answer. You got the cheat code. So no. No.
so my biggest business question, at least where I need to go to level up, is definitely working on sales.
Okay.
That's definitely been my biggest struggle, is being able to sell a lot more than what I'm doing right now.
Okay. Have you ever tried to outsource to kind of pull someone into the team to start handling that for you?
So I recently hired a booking manager to help with with my speaking engagements, but right now my main focus is working on getting community partners to cover the books, like I said, when we go into schools, but also what I've been focusing on right now, my main focus is being able to get advertisers into the Realistic CEO podcast magazine that we're releasing in November, the next issue.
Gotcha.
I would say,
Oh.
my bad.
you sit over here, so
How you go?
I would say for me it would be for marketing. Sometimes I feel like I struggle with posting every day, of just creating, even if it's not a finalized piece, but just creating the process, as my dad be telling me, post, take videos of you just doing what you do, so that way people can see it, because people like those type of things. And on top of that, I would say another thing for me would be my art community is not as big, so trying to find those connections to tap in with, and let them know who I am, to see if maybe we can collaborate, or I can be a part of an event, because I feel like those even get your foot in the door to something even greater than yourself and what you do.
My big question is the how and everything. Because with me playing basketball sports, I'm always a competitive dude. I'm competitive. So just seeing him right now, I was like, how can I do better than what he's doing? Not no shade, just how could I do better? Or how can I do it more efficiently? Or how could I start faster?
So ask him.
You serious?
Simple as that.
How do I start to basically get into this business field, and how do I advertise my site better than what you think you're doing or she's doing or anybody else is doing?
So honestly, what I've been noticing working the best for me when it comes to is having a plan. You have to create a plan. So my dad helped me really with this, but I kind of put my own touch to it. So what I do is I have a long-term plan. Like, for example, I'm just gonna break it down. My long-term plan is I want to be able to sell. I mean, not sell. I want to be able to distribute 500,000 copies of my book. So the short term.
Sorry, not to cut you off.
Yeah.
What made you switch those words?
So so for me, I'm doing most of the way I want to distribute is through having the community be a part of it. So if I'm saying sell, no, it doesn't feel like they can be a part. So when I say distribute, it feels like people can become part of the team and help distribute. So
Love it.
so yeah, so my goal is to be able to distribute 500,000 copies in the next 5 years of my book. And how I broke it down is last year I did 5,000. So I said, okay, so what's a realistic goal that I can do this year? We figure out the math. It's 25,000. So how am I gonna be able to get 25,000? We broke it down to about 2 schools a week. This school year is like the main goal, is what we want to do. We're not doing that right now, so we do gotta pick it up. But it's really just have a big plan and then break the big plan into a small, like maybe like a year, month, week, and but you really want to have the small daily goals. Like what's something that you can do every day to go after that big goal that you can achieve. So for me, my thing is it's either I have to be reaching out to schools, which I hire somebody to help me with that process. So now my thing is I need to be able to get the community involved by going reaching out to these businesses that love the mission and want us to help the kids in these schools chase their dreams and also learn about the C-suite, financial literacy, really all these big things that businesses will want to help give back and they need somebody to help them. So my goal is to be able to position myself in a way where these businesses can do business with me while we can both benefit and also help the community as well.
I like that.
Thank
So you putting me on. Thank you.
So I want to help you reframe what you say, because so you play sports. Okay, so your competitive drive is on point, but you got like that kill football, right? Okay, so you tackle people in football, right? She's like, I gotta wrap them, I gotta tackle them. So it's like attack. You gotta flip it. So like with him, he's got this thing where he's afraid to move, and so I give him like micro assignments. We're like, okay, you got to call these 15 people this week. You got to do this. You got to do that. And then I'll check in. How many people you call? Oh, I'm 2. Why not 15? So he broke it down because we have these conversations like consistently. So the other day he said, I don't know, Dad. I go up in the room. I'm locked in. I'm ready to go, and then I just don't get it done. Can't move. And I go, it's fear. But he's a competitor. So you tell a competitor fear, they don't hear that.
Yeah.
So he's like, nah, Daddy, it's not fear. I'm telling you, it's not fear. So then I shared him, Michael Jordan, in his Hall of Fame speech. He talked about fear. He said something about fear and illusions, they don't exist, something like that. So I said, first of all, you got to embrace the fear. Like, okay, it is a little fear. So now once you embrace that fear, then you could attack it. So now you could move. Okay, I'm not really, because you got to this is what I'm getting to you. You got to reframe it. So it's not really fear. You're more nervous. I'm nervous. Okay. So now how do we reframe nervousness? So think about it like this. When you're excited, how do you feel? Your palms get sweaty. You get butterflies in your stomach. You feel like, oh my God. When you're nervous, how do you feel? Your palms get sweaty. You got butterflies in your stomach. Oh my God. So he's not nervous. He's excited. So now I'm excited to talk to these people. I'm excited to talk to these people. I get on the phone. Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
And then you just got to go. So you said something along the lines like, how do I forgot how you worded it because my brain flipped it. But you said like, how do I outdo him? Da 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 da. No. You got to flip it. Like, how do I learn from him? Like, how are you doing that? Break that down for me. So from a sports standpoint, because in sports you can't go to the competitor and be like, hey, show me that play.
Yeah.
In business you can. But hey, wait, how'd you do that? It's like, because it's different. See, because business is a competitive sport, but you guys in different industries.
Right.
And then even if you was in the same industry and you guys end up talking, you'd be like, wait, you doing this? I'm doing this? Oh, we could work together. And that's one of the biggest things that our community doesn't know how to do. Like, we don't know how to just like ask. Like, wait, how you doing that? Because we're so used to like being pitted against each other.
Yeah.
We don't think this person could help me or this person be willing to talk to me. So if you reframe that, like that fire, keep it. That means you're onto something because that's your sports instinct kicking in. But then you're like, okay, how do I reframe this for business? And my personal motto when it comes to like, because not everybody's going to help you. My personal motto is create dope stuff and stay sucker free. Suckers are people that drain you of positive energy and experiences. So for example, you go to him and you be like, yo, can we chop it up? Can we talk? Like, cause you seem to have this advertising thing figured out. Can we? And he be like, nah, that's not you. Cause you coming with a pure spirit. That would be him in that scenario. He's the sucker, but that's okay. Someone else isn't. And sometimes you got to talk to 99 suckers to get to that one dope person, which to me is deliver all this positive energy and experiences That now, and if he's a dope person, he's like, oh yeah, let's work.
Yeah, that's your
Let me
community.
show you how to do it. So
That's your community.
Especially since I work with books and coffee work hand in hand. But yeah,
You just made that like that. That was a. If that wasn't a commercial right there, that was a good commercial. So his eyes lit up when you said you have to pay for that. Understand the a lot of things you will have to pay for as well. Like so. Let me ask you guys this: are you guys is your businesses like incorporated or LLC'd or
I am.
right now, yeah, not for me. No.
okay?
Assume.
How about you?
Yeah.
Of course. No. How about you? You said it is. Okay. Okay. Um, would that be the one of the first steps, or when is that when is that the time to take that step for them who haven't started yet?
Honestly, my dad, really, my dad was the reason why he said just do it
Yeah.
because for me, I overthink. Like, so I'm like the most overthinking person you could ever meet. It's like you might not be able to tell, but like when you talked about me not reaching out to these people, so if you like, you're gonna know when it's the right time. But I'll definitely say that if it's something that you truly want to do, I feel like you should go and do it because like the worst that can happen is you might. So the worst that can happen is you might just lose the money that you did to go the LLC. But the best that can happen is that you realize it's something that you want to do. Even if it's not even a bad thing if you lose the money because you realize I don't want to do this no more. It's just a lesson to help you realize that maybe this isn't for you. You're gonna pivot. That's a big lesson. And then, like I said, the biggest thing that can come out of it is you realize that the LLC was the best thing that ever happened to you, and you just realize that this is something that I needed to do.
Yeah, because when you invest into something, you take it that much more serious, right? So now you're gonna have a little bit more confidence after you even register your business and say I got an LLC. That next day or that once that's final, you're gonna be like, I have a business, and now it's like, okay, I can't play around because this is an actual thing right now. I'm invested into this. So now I have to take this serious. I have to figure out the marketing. I have to figure out how to advertise and get my product or how to get people to buy my paint or how to get people to buy my coffee. So once you take that one serious step, um, it just starts to trickle into more serious steps.
and then to piggyback on that too, for parents listening, um, let them pay for it. Let them pay for it.
Let the parent or
No. Let the young person pay for it.
yeah.
So here's why. Because when you have to earn that $500,
Yeah.
when you have to earn that 75, when you have to earn that whatever amount, it feels different.
Yeah.
One, and then two, immediately they start to learn business expenses.
Yep.
So now when it goes to like, what do I charge for things? So like sometimes last year you used to struggle with, what do I charge for my speaking fee? And I said, I let him, what do you think? Oh, well, I think this number. Okay, cool. Let's do it.
That's your number.
Let's go with that.
Yep.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Right.
And then as we started going on and he started seeing the expenses and seeing this and seeing that, having staff, he's got 2 young people that works from one's 22 and one's 20. And every week or bi-week, he has to pay them. So now it's, okay, wait, I can't charge that because this is all math. Business is math.
Yeah, that's when the game starts. Once I start to have to figure those things out,
Yeah.
that's when the game starts. So, for yourself, you have your coffee, so you got to figure out how much your beans cost, how much it costs to do this, how much the packaging, how much it would have shipping be.
Well, actually, I'm drop shipping it,
Okay,
so I don't even have to worry about packaging or anything.
got you. Okay.
Say that one more time. Yeah, what?
I'm drop shipping it.
The job was that? Like, job?
Basically, I have a website
Mhm.
for my distributors.
Huh?
They basically, because I have a Shopify account, right? So I have an app in the Shopify, and all the customer has to do is just pay me, and then they get it. They get it from a SSN. Pretty sure that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Right?
So he's pretty much hands off.
Yeah.
Right,
So
yeah.
all I have to do is just buy it.
What's the word I'm looking for? Because me and him were talking about it when we did our podcast on, how to get your product to the customer. And once you start to like having to figure these things out, then now like you said, oh, I have to charge this. I'm not gonna be walking 10 miles to go sell somebody this at the door, and I come back and I only made 25 cents. then that's when you start to realize, oh, this isn't this isn't what I need to be charging.
Yeah, honestly, and just a no is probably the biggest lesson that you could have.
Yeah.
Because every time I would go door to door, I'll get a no or I'm sorry, not or something. I would always be like, what could I have said or did
Yeah.
or do better?
Or you
Could
could
have gotten
say,
to yes, or maybe I could have gotten their contact and then we could have worked something out like that. Just always something little that
There-
could
there's
have.
there's so many different little pieces, but there's so many little great lessons that you need. So if that person didn't want it or whatever have you, and could say, well, here's my business card. If you know somebody that does have ADHD and this would benefit, then you can give them my business card. And so now every person is a resource. You just got to figure out how to grab that resource. It might not be for them, but I bet you they know someone with something that could benefit off of your
Yeah,
product.
because honestly, what I always thought is that either yes or no, I'm still winning that way. Either yes, I get money, no, I get more information. So it's just
I love that. Say that again.
yes, I make money, or if it's a no, I just get more information.
That was crazy. That was a good one. I love that. I love that. So for myself, like I always learn. I love learning. I hate to say this, but I love to say it. I love learning off of losing because it really just like teaches me, and I listen to people. So I had an opportunity where I was doing MMA gloves, boxing gloves, protective gear, and I just started a company off of it, right? And the opportunity just kind of landed there, and then I had all of this merchandise. I had boxing gloves, I had MMA gear, headgear, mouthpieces, and I'm like, I got $5,000 worth of material here, and I don't even know nobody who uses this stuff, right? So now I have to figure out, well, who do I know? Oh, I do know that, the guy I used to go to the studio with does MMA. So now I hit up, shout out to Uncle Milt, and he has a whole gym, and then he started grabbing some things from me, and then I'm like, well, who else do you know that? So, it's a trickling effect, and anything can work. You just have to figure out how it works, and that's just business. That's just business. Yeah.
And honestly, learning comes from just for me, sports always comes from learning because every loss, every blowout, every just losing by one is just learning.
Yeah.
Either how I could have communicated with my team to watch that back door or stop the three,
Yeah.
stop the fast break. Really,
Yes.
it's always something about like basketball. You could apply any sport to anything in life.
Absolutely.
So I want to share a book just to go along with what you were just saying. But then going back to the basketball with him and my other two sons, we we went in tons and tons of tournaments every other weekend, and we never lost. That don't mean we took the trophy every time.
Mm,
That don't mean we won every game. We never lost.
yeah.
It's either wins or lessons.
Right. Right.
Like, what's the lesson? Like, okay, cool. We got beat by 30, but why?
Mm,
What could we have done better? Ah, yeah, rotation was this. Yeah, he was open a couple times over there. He normally hits that shot. That's 3 threes. Oh, yeah, you missed some free throw. So it's always like, I'm not a loser. I'm a learner,
mm,
and that's how you get better. But the book I want to share, and reading is critical. Like, I love the fact that the books are in the background
yeah. Yeah.
because that's the cheat code. Even if you don't finish the books, is the critical thinking skills that is how you win. Critical thinking. So when he talks about being able to pivot in the moment, that's critical thinking skills.
Yeah, it is.
You got to be able to make a decision real quick, right? So that matters. My phone rang. I'm telling you, I'm ADHD, so that took me down a spiral.
He needs your coffee. That was a sales pitch right there.
But the book is called Who Not How, and is by Dr. Benjamin Hardy, and is written by Dan Sullivan. But is a yellow book with like blue. That book,
Yeah.
Who Not How.
Who not how?
It makes you. And you did that.
Yeah, we just
You was like, well, how can I say? No. Who has this? Well, shout out to Milton.
Yeah.
So the next time we talk to Milton, ask him to tell you about the Amazon black belts. He got a story with him.
Yeah, so for me, like I was always a natural with this, but once I learned that there was words and meaning and education to these words, like I was like, man, I've been that, I've been that entrepreneur, I've been a marketer, I've been all of these, different business titles, and that's all they really are. They're titles. and you guys are already having it. You guys are already doing it. You're already, you know, a business owner. You just have to tap into more of the education part on how to make it, you know, legal wise or whatever have you. So, what's one thing you guys all took from today that you didn't know?
There's people, honestly, what they did. Oh,
I know you cool, man, and like, you know, I'm gonna get better next time.
yeah, it's just learning what they did and the fact that since he's working with books, I could, you know, just have my brand tied to his brand. You know, ask him what, cause school they have co teachers. You know, you can ask him, hey, just how could I use these schools to help me with my stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean. So it's just the people, and for her, I don't know if she has people that she's working with or like
I'll be
collaborate.
listening on Friday.
But yeah, yeah, and especially since I'm working at the coffee industry itself.
Mm.
So it's like wow, the
Yeah, you're lying.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just crazy how much work actually I got to put into this because just being an employee, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It's crazy.
But what is one step you're gonna take after this podcast, or if you feel like you don't have anything yet, but is there something that you like? Okay, when I'm done today, I think I'm gonna have to do this.
Definitely talk to him.
Okay,
Definitely talk to
there you
him.
go.
Uh, just to find out how I could do more. Because right now, I feel like every day that I don't do something, I'm failing. Like every day. This is
Feel you, man.
that's the type of person I am.
You're a true entrepreneur. You are.
Rick.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I definitely got to get to thinking because it's like I never even had a plan. I just went with the flow.
Yeah.
I honestly, I feel like that was working for a little bit. It's just not.
It only gets you so far, and that's what I was saying. Like he was saying with the separation, like we can only think stuff for so far, right? But you have to write down your plan. You have to get a vision board. You have to start knowing your in and outs. So it's like you gotta, if you want it, you gotta dig into it. Autumn.
I think I could use the ideas that everybody said from today.
Yeah. All right. What is that one thing you think you're gonna do after today?
Probably promote
Not
the
probably.
business more. Or
Okay.
no, promote it more.
Okay.
So to add to what you was saying and getting better too, we were on a podcast summit that was based in Atlanta. We got it virtually. Shout out to David Chance. If you get podcasting, you should definitely follow him. He's got it down to science.
Gotcha.
But one of his presenters, and I was so locked in, I didn't even pay attention to who it was because we were jumping from like different rooms. So I jumped in, and this guy said, "Oh yeah, man, I was this someone taught me about systems, and I'm big into systems. That's how you repeat things." And he said, "Yeah, you know what a system stands for?" So I'm like listening because like I'm Mr. Systems guy, and he goes, "Oh, systems stand for save yourself time, energy, money, and stress." So find those systems. The things that are annoying you that you hate doing, find a system for it. Find a way to automate it. Find a way to outsource it, whatever it may be. Save yourself time, energy, money, and stress. And then you were talking about promoting, and you're talking about promoting. You talk with listen. So I teach marketing. This is what I do. All marketing is telling people about your thing that would love it and buy it if they knew it existed, and telling them in a way to get them to take action. So another book. I'm gonna give you another book. A book that you have to read is called Go for No, and I can't think of the guy's name, but it's a maroon book with yellow and like a silhouette in the background. Go for No. I think it's Fenton or Fenton. I think Richard Fenton. Um, but when he was first starting with sales and struggling with it, I made him read that book. And so the reason why you might think, well, why don't you just outsource the sales part? Because every entrepreneur, every business owner has to know how to sell.
Yeah.
Yes, you could build a sales team, but you have to know how to sell too. So he's going through what I call the LBW, the long, lonely, boring work, the grit part, right? Learning how to sell. It's scary, it's frustrating, all that other stuff. But once you got it, like I literally told my friends I could sell snow to Eskimo. And then I figured out how. See, because when you're building an igloo, there's two types of snow. You need the hard block snows to build the blocks, and then you need soft snow to fill in the gaps. So whatever type of snow they don't have, that's the one I'm gonna sell to.
Right. Right.
right? So what you understand all selling is showing how your solution solves their problem. Because someone right now is like, man, I need this, I need to decorate this room, I need to, whatever that pain point is that they have when it comes with your art could fill, you just got to let them know, marketing, that you got that thing. And then sales, this is what it costs for you to get this thing. And that's it.
Yeah.
But promote your stuff. Put it out.
Yeah.
Tell people about it. It doesn't matter. Listen, same thing with him. Oh, Dad, no one's watching my podcast. I know that I only got like 3 views. I only got 20,000 on the shorts, blah, blah, blah. So-and-so's got 1 million. Guess what, man? He gets paid. And you know who pays him? One of those 1 to 5 views.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because they see the value, right? So like, and that's another thing too, understanding your value. What value is the thing that you have to offer that could help someone get a result. So your value is you could help people with ADD focus, young people. So that's the result for them. If I could focus, because now they get in all kind of trouble because they call them all kind of things, but like you know, it's boredom. So I'm bored, and my best buddy who don't have ADHD, like I want, you see, and you know, you're not being disrespectful. It's just that those 15 thoughts in your head, you're like, I got to tell them now because I'm going to forget. But that's a disturbance. But going back to your business, all of us in the world that need that you know you could help them get that result, they'll pay for it, their parents will pay for it. So just understanding the value, how you could help other people get a result.
Absolutely.
Honestly, I had to learn because I'm a kid, so I've been not inconsistent, but there's just been days where I'm like, I don't feel like doing it. And what I learned is that put those same 5 viewers in a room. It's a big
It
room.
looks different.
A pretty big room. Put 10 people inside a room. It looks big.
different. Yeah.
So it's like you can't really look at those 10 people, those 10 likes, because if those 10 likes are 10 people saying, yeah, I mess with your stuff. To be honest with you, so that's what I learned. That's why I've been like on it more, because it's like you just gotta think differently, and like, yeah, it's low, but but just think it differently. Like those 10 people that like your stuff are potential customers.
Absolutely. Like I'm trying to shout it out. I'm ready. But this is what you love to do. This is your passion.
You made me think of something. This is how I was helping them reframe it too. I'm telling you, everything's mindset. It's all mindset, like how you reframe it. And he was like, oh yeah, 20,000 on the short, whatever. I was like, bro, I literally looked it up. I was like, okay, how many people fit in Madison Square Garden, New York, where the New York Knicks play? And I think it was like either 17 or 19,000, and it was an odd number. I was like, dude, you sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the average view time was like 7 or 9 minutes or whatever. So you had like Madison Square Garden sold out, and for 7 straight minutes, they was just locked into what you had to say.
Yeah.
Right? So then now the thinking goes, okay, if I got people for 7 minutes paying attention, what do I say in that 7 minutes to get them to buy in?
Yeah.
And I was like, bro, the next biggest was, I think, the United Center, and I think it might have been like 20-something thousand. So now the goal was like, instead of going, okay, 20,000, okay, now I got to sell out United Center. Then I got to sell out, I think it was another one in like Thailand or Japan was the biggest. So now we selling out arenas.
Yeah.
So we're not looking at views, we're selling out arenas. So you got to just shift it.
Yeah, I like that. For you, I don't know if you remember the question.
No, what's that?
What's one thing that you took from today that you didn't know before?
Honestly, that everybody, like, we're so similar. Like, you're looking at me and you're saying, wow, look at this kid, but I'm looking the same way as all you got. And like, I'm super inspired by you because I'm still super new, and to think that you were able to take away stuff from me and want to connect with me makes it, that really helped me a lot with my confidence, because like there's so much times where I feel like I'm not good. I suck at what I do. And then to have, like, when I have people like you saying that I want to connect with you, it makes me realize that what I'm doing, that I can really help a lot of people. So I genuinely want to thank you for that, because like you don't know how much that really helped me. So thank you.
What is one step you're gonna take after today that you got in your head of saying, I need to do more of this. I'm gonna do this.
Definitely, I'm gonna reach out to more people with my magazine, because like I'm telling you, like anytime like I have people come up to me and saying that what you're doing is valuable, especially when they're people like similar age range to me,
Yeah.
because like that's my main goal, is to really help my people my age realize that business is not as scary as people try to make it seem.
Yeah.
So I definitely am gonna reach out to a lot more people to make sure that we get the magazine popping. Like I like it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'll say 2 things would be, getting my LLC and also, like, scheduling posts so I can start, like, posting more and things of that sort.
Yeah, you're creative, so showing that process of the creativity is one of the things of like doing speed ramping and of you doing your art,
Yeah.
things of that such, or
Seen it?
yeah, go live and talk
Yeah,
to
live
people.
painting, yeah.
Speaking of goals, like we talked about, what's your big goal?
Honestly, I feel like I'm kinda, like, in a sense of what you said earlier, like, kind of just going with the flow, like, I don't really have, like, a big goal, it's really just connecting with people if I can, like, people not even it doesn't even have to be, like, people that do art, but, like, connecting with other businesses and just putting myself out there. I don't really have a big goal, but that's something I have to think about too, you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Would you consider yourself as a person that sells stuff to bigger businesses?
I would consider, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. That's a very good question because my sister, she does art, and she does art. Phew, don't even know where to start. She's just doing so amazing. Like, she's licensing, I hate saying that word, licensing her art to different companies. She works with the Indiana Pacers. She works with Corona. She works with NASCAR 500. She painted a car live on TV, and then she sells, like I said, she sells her designs to different people, but she owns it,
Right.
so you can lease it out. So the business model behind art is not, just doing your art and selling it to one person. There's many other different ways that you can get into doing things and, partnering up with companies.
Oh, good.
I know there's another liquor company that she just partnered up with, and they bought her design for like, 6 or 7 months. And now it's licensed. She still owns it, but she makes money off of it. And if they want to buy it out, I always say business too. Like, I come from a music standpoint, so even this podcast is like having a song that's coming out, like, okay, now we're streaming. Like, how are we doing this? How are we getting the marketing the podcast to the people that want to hear from you guys, who we're going to connect with. And if they're going to buy your book, how are we going to get them to click the link in the bio, you know what I'm saying? And buy your book and then come into your world and please go buy that book. Please go buy those books, man. Those books are fire. But yeah,
What I learned from content creation, I seen this on a TikTok video, is to definitely look at the average watch time. For sure. Because for me, there was this one video I posted like a week ago. I don't remember what it was, but I looked at the average watch time. It was 10 seconds. And the whole video was 1 minute long. So what I did was I looked at the analytics and I seen what I was doing in that 10-second time frame, and I was just dragging it. So people's attention span nowadays, they're not gonna
so it's a
watch
video pop, you gotta catch them.
exactly.
Yeah.
You just gotta just do it. You just gotta just get straight to the point, because people's attention span nowadays, they're just gonna scroll to the next video that talks about something stupid, and they're gonna like that video.
Yeah,
Why do you want them to like it?
that's very true. That's very true. Yeah. All right, you guys, I appreciate you guys for coming and chopping it up with me and giving the audience your spill and on what you do and how you do it. And you guys are inspiring the world every single day, whether you know it or not. You guys are inspiring each other. We have great mentors here, parents who are doing business, and don't be afraid to connect. I'm quite sure you guys are going to exchange social medias and connect and see how she can do a art for you, one of your coffees, things, and
Okay.
he can connect you with this, and then she can connect you with that. So it's just all about community connection. And what don't you have that I can help you with, So I appreciate you guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely, man. It's another episode of Off the Clock Podcast. Until next time, peace.
I'm tryna give again wealth, you tryna give again hell. Like we ain't been chained before they put us in a cell. I ain't moody, I'm on the move, trust me, I ain't tryna lose. Again, I'm just tryna win, put these chickens in a coop, stack these Benjis to the roof, make sure my kids is cool, make sure my bitch is cute while she cooking up my food. Stack these Benjis to the roof, make sure my kids is cool, make sure my bitch is cute while she cooking up my food. Take my time with all this shit. Got no time for all these ticks. Yeah, I'm flyer than your prince. Yeah, I'm different.